Hey guys, so today I just want to go over a quick project that I started. So I've got this Discord server. The link will be in the description if you want to join. And it's a bot that supports stats and a lot of leaderboards for two different game modes right now on Hypixel. We've got Bridge and we've got Smash Heroes. And the way that I sort of thought while making this bot is that if there's a stat out there or a leaderboard that people want, I should be able to provide it to them given that I can, right? I find a lot of bots and a lot of websites and stuff fall short where like sometimes the stat I want it's not there. So there is stats and leaderboards pages for you to read if you really wish to know everything, but this video should give you a good basis on how to use the stats. So first off, all our commands, so for example stats is a command, all our commands such as stats or leaderboards, the prefix is always going to be asterisk. And for all our commands, we have a short version. So for stats, that's just S. And you'll see later for leaderboards, it's just LB. So we're going to start with asterisk X, and then we need a name. So let's say we put in Badamja. Now, Badamja, if we don't put anything else, we're just going to get very simple, plain, empty stat pages. And this is worthless to most people, right? But then if we do put in a field that we support, so for example, Bridge, right, we will get his bridge stats. Now here you can see there's a lot of fields, including tournament and prototype. Prototype and tournament sections are very special because not everybody will have them. So they'll only show if that person has actually played in a tournament or in a prototype, because they're no longer games that you can play. So you can't get those stats anymore. But they are there for those who did play, and we still do provide leaderboards for those. Now, for example, if I do Bucky Bar Twitch, someone who has played, who's a more recent player, he won't have bridge or prototype stats because he wasn't around to play back then. And then for Smash Heroes, it's very similar. So we're going to do stats, and then Hyplex is a well-known player. And then we can do Smash. You can do Smash Heroes, SH even, but we use Smash as like the default prefix here. And this just shows very basic stats, right? And let's say I wanted to get more specific stats, because these cover most stats that people are looking for, but it's not going to cover every stat that some people want. So let's say I want to get Badamja's stats specifically for bridge duels, right? So bridge 1v1. So we're going to do bridge, and then if you read in stats or in leaderboards, the modes are very simple. It's duel, doubles, 4, 2v2v2v2, and 4v4v4, or 3v3v3v3. So we're going to do bridge duel. So that's going to get us bridge 1v1 stats, and this will show all his bridge 1v1 stats. There's a lot of stuff here, right? And if we do his overall stats, you'll see there's even more stuff. So we do support basically everything I can think of. Even if it's not shown here, there's a lot of stuff that we support for leaderboards that aren't even here, right? So these are all stats only for bridge overall section, and we have leaderboards for all of these, plus more, right? So if you can think of it, and it's some sort of stat that people might want, we 100% already have it. And if we don't, please send me a DM, and I promise you I'll implement it as fast as I can, right? I believe that everybody should have access to these leaderboards. And then let's move over to the other side. Let's say you want to get some more specific stats for Smash Heroes. We're going to go back to Hyplex series, well-known player. Let's say Hyplex, I believe he means shield. So let's go ahead and get his shield stats. So we're going to start with Smash. And then as you saw I did earlier, the connector is going to be an underscore. So Smash underscore. And then we're going to put shield. That's the tag for Sergeant Shield, right? All our tags for heroes are one word long. So instead of Green Hood, we just put Hood. Instead of Sergeant Shield, we just got Shield, stuff like that. We still do full words. So for example, Skullfire, I think it's Skull. Cryomancer, still Cryomancer, stuff like that. So let's just get his shield stats here. And here we'll see all his shield stats. You know, there's some very specific stats. For example, EXP. So this is effective experience. And so the way this works is we calculate the expected experience that you'd have on that character from level 0, prestige 0, all the way to where you are now, based off your stats. So this does not keep track of if you use 2x XP boosters, which for those who don't know, Smashers, you can use 2x XP boosters using coins, which double your experience gain on heroes. But we eliminate that because we don't care if you spent coins to get XP faster, we care how much you played on the account. Moving into our leaderboards briefly, I'm just going to do a quick section on this. If you want a more in-depth version of this, you can either message me or you can read up on how to use leaderboards in our Discord. But it's going to be very simple. So we're going to do LB, which is just short for leaderboards. And then when you have to give it a type of leaderboard, and then there's some extra parameters we can give. So let's say first off, we want to do a Smash Heroes leaderboard, right? We're going to start with Smash. Right there, we know we want Smash Heroes. And then let's say we want a very specific stat, okay? Let's say I want Shield wins, okay? I want to get a leaderboard of who has the most Sergeant Shield wins in Smash Heroes. Very simple. We're going to do Smash _ Shield _ and then just our stat. So that's going to be wins. And now when I press enter, it should, there we go. We should get a leaderboard of people's Sergeant Shield wins. And you might be thinking, well, that's just wins. There's no other stats here. If you want a more general leaderboard for kits, we also support that. So if you just leave out the stat for Smasher specifically, let's do a different kit. Let's do Void here for Void Crawler, right? Smash Void, press enter. We'll get a leaderboard of the level. So you see here how it says level. And you might notice we do go past MS. Which is Master Skin. This is because I think Master Skin is a dumb limitation. Why not see how high people can really go, right? So we implemented a scaling exponential XP requirement for more levels. And then it also shows how close you are to the next level. It shows everything like this. And this just shows a general leaderboard for Void. So this is everybody's Void Crawler stats. And then we compare them and we get this leaderboard. Now let's say I'm like number 12 on the Void leaderboard, and I want to see how close I am to number 10. Well, it's very simple. We can see the second page, all right? So for the second page, we're going to do the same command we just did. And then the next thing, so if you add a space here, you can then add the page. So let's say I want page 3, right? Just toss in a 3 there, press enter, and you'll get the third page. You see how this is the first page? You get 1 through 10. On the third page, you get 21 through 30. And you'll see it continues. And you might be thinking, hey, I'm not on the leaderboard, right? Well, how do I add myself? It's very simple. You will automatically get added to every single leaderboard, and your stats will automatically refresh. All you have to do is check your stats one time. If anybody on the Discord, or anybody who has access to the bot really, checks your player stats just one time, you are forever on the leaderboards, and it'll update them, all right? You don't have to do any of that. It'll automatically do that for you. So let's say some random guy isn't on the leaderboard. So I know Hypixel is, but let's say he wasn't on any leaderboards. I could do stats Hypixel, and I don't care. Any stats command, automatically he's on there. And we do support custom ranks as well. So admin will show up as admin, owners, etc. YouTubers will show up with the custom thing. And we do support custom ranks for if you donate, which is not yet implemented, but in the future, if you wish, you can get access to those either by donating or just participating in helping with the bot by just using the bot a lot, right? Next up on our parameters, one last parameter here. There's one specific leaderboard that a lot of people asked me for that I think is quite interesting. It's actually a general leaderboard. We've got some specific leaderboards that have got specific codes. So for example, for general stats, you just don't have a prefix. So this is your first login leaderboard. Now, let's say we want page 1 of the first login. We're just going to put page 1. If we do this, though, I'm going to copy that because I'm about to reuse it again. You'll see this will just give us the most recent people to have their first login, right? So the most recent accounts, the first one Hypixel. We want the opposite. We want the ones who have been there the longest, right? So very simple fix for this. At the end here, as a fourth and last thing to type, you can add either descending, which is the default, or if you want to flip the leaderboard around, you can type ascending. You can also do all lowercase, but for the case of this example, we're going to do all uppercase because that's generally how people think of it, right? So if I press enter, we're going to go ahead, and this is the current leaderboard for all the players on the bot of who joined earliest, essentially. And now, I hope you guys like it. As I said, in the description, you'll find all the info you need to join. and you can just join and get started with all the stats. If you need any help, I'm always here to help. Either message me or you can message a few other people on Discord who are active users. And yeah, so I hope to see you guys on the leaderboards.